Hey everybody, it's Randall with S&R Motoring. Today we're going to break into the 7M a little bit more and see what actually happened to it and caused the loss of compression on cylinder 1. I've got the head off of it, inspected it, the head looks good, the block looks good. There's some heavy pitting on piston number 1, makes me think there's been some heavy detonation. I've got a leak down tester, throw the head on it with a stock gasket, torque everything down. Check the compression, see if I can figure out if it's in the rings, the head, where it's at. When I bought the car, he had said that he had replaced the head gasket on it, and looking at it, the head was not properly set up for a metal head gasket at all. The surface of the head, which is fine for a composite gasket, it's just not smooth enough. With a metal head gasket, you really need to have that kind of mirror finish, and the block is kind of rough. And that's just more due to age than it is prep work. It was cleaned, but it really should have been pulled, sent to a machine shop, decked to get that nice shiny flat surface, and then brought back.
Now it's kind of hard to tell. Well, you can see it right there, but you can feel it catching your nail. That's really not going to seal. You really need it as smooth as you possibly can to get that metal head gasket to seal. So I'm curious if the low compression is just due to improper surfaces, and I mean, it's kind of hard to tell. It's dirty, but it's not. There's no real deep grooves or marks. It's more just from age. So we'll check and see if it's going to be in the bottom end or if it's just going to be due to the prep for that metal head gasket. Here you can see there, that's a nice little nick. Piston 1. There's a couple more. There's a couple more right there. These pistons have seen better days. Head's on. Now I just need to put the bolts, torque them down, and then I can perform my test. Just a couple words of advice if you're attempting this job. Get 2 people to lay the head down on the block. Don't do it with the studs already in it. There's 2 dowel pins on either end that'll help you guide it down, then put the studs in. I didn't show it, but put oil on the bolts before you put them in, and put the washers down first before you put the studs in. It'll save you a step. Also, if this was a permanent final install, I would use the supplied ARP Moly lube, but because I'm just performing a test, I just use plain old motor oil. it's fine for the test. But whenever it comes that final, ready to go, send it out the door, I'll use ARP lube.
So the head's on, the studs are hand tight, they're ready to be torqued down. I could go through the whole process of how to torque it, but ARP on the website has a great guide, and I would follow that. The head's torqued down, followed ARP's instructions. Now we're going to screw the tester in, do a leak down, and see what kind of condition these cylinders are in. Alright, now cylinder 1, which is the one we're testing first, is already at top dead center. Make sure you do that. It's not a big deal here with intake or compression stroke, because I have the cams out, so nothing's holding the valves open. But just make sure that cylinder is at top dead center. All right, we got the adapter screwed in. The tester is hooked up to the air compressor. And let's see, let's hook it up and see what happens. Oh, that's not good. Oh yeah, we're getting a good stream of air. Out of the oil drain. So, yep, cylinder 1 is dead. It's not the head gasket, it's down inside the block. Now normally the readout on the cylinder leakage, if it was holding pressure, it'll let you know where it was. I could have kept going with my test, but whenever I did the compression test, all the other cylinders were fine except for cylinder 1, so that just confirms it. The rings are good, they're good. So now it's either rebuild the tired old 7M or maybe swap it. We'll see what happens. Thanks for watching. Remember to check out snrmotoring.com for any of these snazzy t-shirts. Hit that subscribe button if you like what you're seeing, and good night.